Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, about to preview work that's going to be on the docket and projects that I will be doing service and repair videos on in the coming week or so. So I wanted to share with you a little bit about the reels that I recently received, a little bit of the story behind them, and we'll talk about the reels and we'll see which ones we're going to do the videos on. Well, the first thing that the story is about is that I belong to a couple of fishing clubs basically in the northern New Jersey area, and every year they ask me to do a presentation about what you should do at the end of the season with your fishing reels, rods, and tackle. And I am always happy and delighted to do that. And somehow the word gets out that if you want to have your reels serviced by Dennis, bring them to the meeting. Well, kind of good word of mouth, I guess, and that's where these reels came from. Most of those are from the members of the club. Now, the club has a specialty. It's saltwater fishing. And, well, the reels that you'll see are primarily used inshore ocean fishing. Largely in the area, they're used for fluke, or what's called summer flounder. This time of year, we'll be going for blackfish or tog and striped bass. So there's a good variety, but there might be a certain sameness to it. But we'll kind of go along with that, and we'll show you what we have. First one up is a ballistic. It's a Daiwa reel. It's the light tackle. LT is light tackle. 5000 DC. It's a spinning reel. That's my understanding. It's just the end of the season. Let's take a look and repair. But you know what? Just as I say that, this is pretty tight. This should be spinning. So I'm not sure if there's something underneath here that is caught or what the issue is. But well, we're going to do a video on that one because I don't believe I have a Daiwa ballistic in my sack. But you can see there's quite a few of these here. What I like to do is I like to ask the members to make sure that they have the contact information in here. You know, it's a long way between meetings. We meet once a month, and sometimes the same members don't show up twice. And, well, you'd hate to try and get there and ask a question or hold to ask a question, finding out that they're not there. Well, this is kind of an interesting one. This is a canyon reel. It's in that sub-segment of fishing reels. The canyon reels are small, framed, and this one seems to have a little bit of a tight time here. In free spool, this should be running faster and better than this. And there's also a skip going on over here in retrieve mode. So we're not sure what that is. The fella did tell me about it, so we'll see what that's all about. And then this one is a tackle world or jigging world. It's the micro jigger. And I think I've actually worked on a reel like this. When I hear this, it's almost always telling me that there's bad bearings in there. And you can hear it when we go into free spool. You can hear the bearing noise in there. So we'll have a conversation about possibly upgrading those. This is a reel that would do very well with hybrid ceramics because they're predominantly being used for jigging and casting. And it's also a situation where you have the salt water, which is going to have an effect on the steel ball bearings. So next one up then is another Daiwa. It's probably the Lexa. Yeah, this is the Lexa WN. Looks like we got all kinds of things going on here, so I'm not going to take this apart at all. But these are very popular inshore saltwater fishing reels. They have a wider carriage. They can handle a heavier line. They have a leveraged handle on them. So this isn't going freshwater fishing. This is going for the typical species in our waters that are going to weigh anywhere from 4 or 5 pounds up to about 20 pounds. That's ideally what this is going to be used for. And one of the trends that's happened in saltwater fishing in our area over the last decade or so is how everything has gotten slimmed down or lightened down. Light tackle seems to be dominating the sport in this area. Where we used to fish with broomsticks and heavy reels, we're now using lighter reels and ultralight rods to lure the fish. Kind of interesting all the way around. but I'm kind of a broomstick guy, if you will. All right, if you like these kinds of videos, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. I cover all kinds of issues on in the channel, including fishing reel repair, a look at the environment, a look at the fishing company manufacturers, a little bit about who makes what and where and why, and this would be another example. This one is this is another lever drag reel, and it's another one. This is a Daiwa Saltist. It's been around a while, and a 2-speed reel, and it's stuck. And the fella said that he had a fish on, and next thing you know, it was stuck. I'm not sure what that is, but that'll make a good video in terms of getting it unstuck and understanding the reason why it is stuck. You know, sometimes it's kind of interesting. A fish can do a lot of different things with the reel, and one of the things it may have been on the conventional open side-plated reels, there might be line that got snapped off and kind of taken inside, fouling the release gears. Not quite sure, but we'll get that one done. Try and do a video on that. So we're definitely going to do a canyon, definitely going to do the ballistic, and I'll try to do that Saltist as well. Well, our membership is probably around 100 people. They look forward to going on trips, and a primary piece of this fishing club is all about the fishing in the saltwater environment, mostly out on the ocean. They do sponsor at least one trip a year for the members, and what we try to do, teach children to fish, and youth angler days as well. Well, this one's a Penn Fathom. It's the Fathom 2, 15 LW. I think I've done a video on these, but if I haven't, that'll be another one we can add to our go-to list. Beautiful reel all around. Difference on this one so far, this is the first one that came in with a level line feature. And depending on the types of fish that you're targeting on the saltwater, you may or may not be using that level line. If you're working heavy fish that fight, probably don't want that level lined around. Okay, looks like the last bunch is actually 2 of the Shimano reels, and this is the format. This is the Corvallis. It's the Corvallis 400. They came in narrower frame reels, but you had this series, the Corvallis, the Corsair, and the Calcutta. And it sounds like Chevys. All the Chevys, Chevrolets were named, or a lot of them were named with the C's, right? Chevelle, Corvette, etc. These are very nice reels. They're great for casting. This one is very slow. A little bit better with this spool adjuster. This one's got a leverage handle on it, and I'm not a fan of leverage handles on these. They tend to pivot on these bridge posts and cause wear over time. I tend to suggest if you have a reel like that you hold that reel to the manufacturer's design and setup. This one looks like a Penn. Yeah, this is a Penn Warfare. Okay, what's some of the reels that I'm not fans of? Here's one of them. I don't like the Warfare. I don't like the Rival. I don't like the Defiance. They were all in that same kind of a line. I just don't think it's up to the quality that I expect from Penn. And I guess at the price point it's at, it's kind of in that area. But turns free and easy. But boy, you go into free spool and it's just not operating very nicely. And we don't have that that should kick back on this one. And it's not. So there's something going on in here. But look, if I have the time, we'll go ahead and do that one as well. So, long story short, word of mouth helps the business. Looks like we've got a bunch of saltwater reels, most of them conventional, most of those without the level line feature. A lot of the small format, lever drag type of reels, and a lot of opportunities here to build the next set of how-to service and repair videos. If you saw a reel in here that you would like to know more about, if you saw a reel in here that you would like to see serviced, and I don't plan to service it, or at least do the video on the service of it, if you have any questions about these reels, please leave them in the comment section. I do try to answer those questions, and I will try to answer yours if you leave it there. If you have suggestions about the videos you would like to see, please include those as well. Your suggestions always help me to improve the channel and to deliver the content that you find most interesting. Well, before I leave, I want to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, rescue, everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. I appreciate what it is that you do on a day in and day out basis, your dedication to the task, and your commitment to public safety and service. Well, that wraps up another episode. I want to thank you for watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, wishing everybody a great day. Thanks for watching.